Transportation's impact on West Allis. We have mentioned public transportation helping the development of West Allis. Today, some details. The area highlighted in light yellow is our Section 4 of Greenfield Township. Shortly after the decision to move the State Fair to our area, the Wells streetcar was extended to North Greenfield by operating on streets. See the green line. Mr. Cornwell sold land for a private right-of-way in the pink oval area. This allowed the streetcar to get to Waukesha by traveling next to the Chicago and Northwestern Railroad on a private right-of-way, the red line. When the Cornwell subdivision expanded, the future Lapham Street curved next to the streetcar line. The Milwaukee Electric Railway and Light Company consolidated 5 different streetcars. 5 lines in central Milwaukee went west and terminated about the city limits of 27th or 35th Streets, with the National Avenue line going to Wood, the Soldiers' Home. Electrified service started in 1890. A quarter of a century later, in 1917, we see a significantly different picture, with gold lines indicating new construction. The Milwaukee limits were now 60th Street, so the Vliet line was extended to there. The main expansion in our area was a desire to serve the State Fair Park and the Allis manufacturing complex. The Wells line to West Allis initially came via 76th Street, but was soon rerouted to 70th Street to service the Allis complex. Interurban service began via right-of-ways beginning at 100th Street to Hales Corners, Burlington, and East Troy, with another route to Waukesha, Oconomowoc, and Watertown. 2 decades later, we see that the interurban lines had a new dedicated right-of-way except for 1/2 mile of streetcar tracks in downtown Milwaukee. In fact, construction had started on a subway to get to the public service building, but the Depression halted that work. This right-of-way is now Interstate 94-794. The western interurban routes all started at 4th and Michigan, at the inside ground level of the 1905 Public Service Building. Where was this car headed? West Junction. What was West Junction? This shows the 3 streetcar lines in gold and the interurban in red. The pink arrow points to West Junction, where the rapid transit route split and connected to the Wells streetcar and later the National streetcar. This 1937 aerial photo shows it being south of Greenfield Avenue, the purple line, and just north of the Chicago and Northwestern Railroad, the east-west brown line, at about where 100th Street would be today. The waiting area. The location today in yellow, next to I-41, 894. We saw this map recently. Since a section is a mile square, each quarter section, or each square on the map, is 1/2 mile. Every location, home, or business in West Allis was within 1/2 mile of a streetcar line, the red lines. Most people did not have an automobile. Thus, the 1900 to 1929 period was one of home expansion to and within West Allis, with close public transportation. By 1949, the interurban rapid transit had become speed rail, with truncated lines only to Hales Corners and Waukesha. In 1950, there were 3 accidents within a few weeks. The worst was a head-on crash just south of National Avenue and 100th Street. 10 people died, 47 injured. Months later, speed rail service ended. The right-of-way at about 95th Street and Adler. The right-of-way at 27th Street, looking northeast. In West Allis, streetcar service ended in 1958. Looking east from the west edge of the Cornwell land. Next time, we will discuss the Baptist Dining Hall.